How serious was that word kidnapping?
It was pretty serious. It was, I was brainwashed and...
No, but you were like 16 years old,
Yeah.
and then who were these people?
I think I was more like 17 or 18. They were a dancing troupe, and actually what it was, it's a Christian ballet company. And I started dancing with them, and they're very, very conservative, a little bit culty, and so it was kind of brainwashing, but I wasn't technically kidnapped.
I rescued her.
Yeah.
In what way how did you rescue her?
I came to visit her once, and I injured, my hip was injured from ballet, and I knew I wanted to move on to something else, and we'd always sung together since we were little, so I just said, let's quit this and start a band, and we did.
Yeah, and how did you feel about? How do you look back on those people, those gypsies?
I look back on them as I don't know. I mean, I'm glad I did it because it was very hard work, and it taught me a lot of discipline. But the whole mindset was a little kooky.
Yeah. And did you see that in that time also, or?
No,
Afterwards?
not really. It was afterwards.
What was K&M? Well, one strange thing that happened to you?
One strange thing that happened. I don't know. I mean, do you know of, if you know, like, very conservative, fundamental Christian groups, are you familiar with these?
Well, we have them here also.
You do? So, yeah, it was like that, and it was just very closed-minded, and you think this way, and you can't think this way, and you can't think this, and you can't say this, or do this, or... So I was very sheltered. Well, you weren't as sheltered as I was, but, I was an 18-year-old girl, and I'd never had a drink or smoked or, anything. Yeah.
We fixed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, and then, well, you got away from that, and then you got into the music?
Yeah, we'd always sung together.
But that's when we decided to kind of pursue it.
Yeah, I was also wondering, what came first, the ballet or the music?
Music came first, I think.
Yeah, music first, but we've been doing both our entire lives pretty much. But music first.
Can you remember how many years do you differ? You're older?
2 years. I'm 2 years older.
Okay. So, what are your first musical memories when you were little kids, or what music that you really liked?
I can't remember not hearing music around the house. Our dad was always playing the Beatles.
Yeah, there wasn't really a time without music, so it's hard to remember my first. My father told me the first song he ever played for me was Harry Nilsson. Do you know Harry Nilsson?
Yeah.
From A Touch of Schmielsen in the Night. I'm not sure which song, but that was the first record that he ever played me. I think I was like 2 days old.
2 days old, so you don't quite remember that?
No, I don't really remember it.
I remember that day.
But I do remember the first time that I heard a song and I was old enough to go out and buy it myself. It was Say, 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 Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I was hypnotized. I jumped on my bike and rode to the nearest record store, and I bought the little 45 and went home and played it over and over and over.
Michael Jackson was really a hero in that time for you?
Yeah, I mean, I was like 7 or 8 years old, and that was the peak of his,
Yeah.
Before
he was
they
a
went
god.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While he still had a face and a nose. Yeah.